The rumblings kind of started in February 2020. And so I remember going, if this is real, what are we going to have to do to prepare for it? And so from my perspective, it was like this transition of uncertainty to very temporary to permanent, and we don't know when this is going to end.
DOJ OIG issued an evacuation order, which made it really clear for people that, hey, we have a plan and we know where we expect you to be, and that's not in the office right now. And we want you to be at home, safe, secure.
2 weeks became a year, and now we are 2+ years into it, and we are still going strong, but the only constant in all this was the stability that was provided by the leadership team.
So my experience was actually very smooth. Our information technology division, they had all of my IT equipment to me prior to the day I needed to be doing all my swearing in and documents and all of that. I was able to pretty seamlessly get through everything that I needed sitting from my office at home.
We started to have these more collaborative platforms where you could have video chats and calls and team sites and things of that nature. So it really changed the dynamic of how we communicate and how we do work, but I think it made us more flexible.
People in different parts of the country continue to collaborate, so it's not unreasonable to be in different places and work on a project.
In my experience, I've still been able to meet and get to know many people throughout the organization across divisions in a way that just far exceeded any expectations that I had.
So I would say the OIG does a really great job of people first mission always. What do our people need to work to their maximum capacity, maximum performance level at home the same way they would in the office?
Hi, Colleen. Yep, happy to join you. Thanks for having me. The OIG has been pretty forward-leaning on our post-pandemic policies. During the pandemic, we recognized that there was a great need to have maximum flexibility.
One of the best resources that they've provided people is encouraging them to flex schedules.
Everybody was allowed to work where you could work your 8 hours anytime during the day, and frankly, you could work your 40 hours anytime during the week.
So encouraging people to get done what needed to be done, whether they be homeschooling their kids or running to an appointment or having to take yet another COVID test.
It enhanced work-life balance for a lot of people. We were able to do this just because we have so much commitment from our staff, our workforce.
The leadership team has taken a very pragmatic approach, starting with Mr. Horowitz and Blyer, focusing on the people first mission always, which has worked out in our favor.
The number one way that I feel I've been best supported is through the availability of leadership. There is sort of this open door kind of culture here that really you feel like the people in leadership are available to you for whatever that means.
I think what leadership did is they continuously made sure that the entire workforce was aware of new guidance, new protocols that were coming out. I think it's been communicated very well. The leadership has made sure down to the individual that everyone is aware of what they need to be aware of. So I've been very pleased with the response.
Early on during the pandemic, we decided that it was absolutely critical to maintain communication so that we could hear from staff about what their concerns and issues were.
The COVID Resource Center page was developed with the intent of being kind of a one-stop shop to minimize doubt and questions that people have. If they do have questions, this is where they should be looking first.
There were so many opportunities to communicate and hear what was going on in the organization, whether that was through really frequent town halls with the Inspector General.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our town hall. Appreciate everybody joining us today.
We started doing town hall meetings.
Hope everybody stays healthy, is well, and your families are well.
We found it to be great to get the perspectives from our workforce, and it had a tremendous impact on the way we decided to move forward throughout the pandemic and with our policies post-pandemic.
So we, as the IT group, we have been coming in since June of 2021 because everybody thought the pandemic would be over in 3 weeks. It became a year, and we thought we were in the downturn where we would have to return to work. And then finally, it happened back in May of 2022.
I think the return to office was one of those days that we thought would never come. After 2 years, it was like you were on the edge between, will it ever come, or I hope it never comes.
The pandemic was still going on, where we heard concerns of people coming back to work for very good reasons.
In early 2021, we decided to create a committee so that we could get information about how people thought we should return to the workplace post-pandemic.
We led a committee of 14 individuals with representatives from every OIG division or office. And first just started brainstorming about how could we solicit feedback from the entire workforce with almost 500 people in the OIG. So we set up a suggestion box through SharePoint where individuals could provide written feedback. We conducted focus groups within each division, and then we culminated with conducting an OIG-wide survey. So we provided all of this information to Michael and Bill to help inform them as they drafted the pilot policy.
The telework policy provides that great balance between coming in to collaborate with your colleagues, right, while also providing that work-life balance.
Many individuals at all levels are seeing the value in being able to be in the office together with their coworkers and collaborate, and just looking at how the pilot policy can work for everyone.
I typically come in 2 times a week or as needed.
My team comes in 1 day a week.
I come into the office 2 times a week.
And then have any additional days just as items come up.
And we are a very resilient bunch.
OIG does a really great job of people first, mission always.
It boils down to the people.
I get to work alongside of just dedicated individuals who are incredibly talented.
I really appreciate the body of work that we do.
Very proud of the OIG as a whole.
It's a very can-do attitude.
Being able to adapt together was really important.
I'm very excited for the future of the OIG.